The wind was so loud it sounded alive, like it was calling her name. That was the moment she stepped out into the blizzard, the door slamming behind her, cutting off the last trace of warmth she had known. She didn't look back. If she did, she knew she would stay, and staying meant disappearing a little more every day. Snow swallowed her boots as she walked, the white darkness erasing the road, the house, the life she had just left. She had no plan, no destination, only the quiet certainty that whatever waited ahead had to be better than what she was leaving behind. Her name was Claire, and for years she had told herself that endurance was the same thing as love. In a small town tucked deep into northern Canada, winters were harsh and marriages often mirrored the climate. Her husband wasn't cruel in ways that left bruises, but his silence was constant, heavy, and cold. Dreams were dismissed as childish, fears brushed aside as weakness. The night she left, the argument wasn't loud. That was what made it unbearable. He told her she was overreacting, as snow piled against the windows and the power flickered. Something inside her finally went still, and in that stillness she chose herself. The storm didn't care about her courage. The cold burned her lungs, and fear crept in fast. Her phone lost signal. Her fingers went numb. The thought that she might freeze before morning hit her with terrifying clarity. Just as panic threatened to take over, she noticed something strange beneath the drifting snow near the edge of the old forest. A dark line, too straight to be natural. She brushed the snow away with shaking hands and found a metal handle, frozen stiff. An underground hatch. She didn't stop to question it. Survival pushed curiosity aside. With everything she had left, she pulled until the hatch gave way with a groan. A rush of warmer air rose up, smelling of earth and rust. She climbed down and pulled the hatch closed above her, sealing out the storm. In the sudden quiet, she collapsed, sobbing, her tears finally free to fall. The space beneath was small but solid, reinforced with wood and concrete. Old lanterns hung from hooks. Shelves held dusty jars, canned food, and blankets. It had once been a storm shelter, built decades ago by someone who understood that winters here could turn deadly in minutes. Wrapped in a thick wool blanket, Claire waited for the shaking in her body to stop. For the first time in years, she felt safe. The hours passed slowly. She listened to the storm rage overhead and thought about how close she had come to giving up, not just that night, but for years. In the quiet underground, memories surfaced. The version of herself she used to be. The laughter she hadn't heard in her own voice for so long. By morning, the storm softened. Light filtered faintly through a crack in the hatch. When she finally emerged, the world was transformed. Snow glittered under a pale sun, calm and beautiful, as if the night before had never happened. She made her way back toward town, cold but alive, carrying more than just survival with her. She carried clarity. The days that followed weren't easy. Leaving didn't magically fix everything. There were hard conversations, paperwork, nights filled with doubt. But there were also small victories. A rented room, a job at the local library. Strangers who became friends. Each step forward felt earned. Sometimes, when winter storms roll in and the wind howls just right, Claire thinks about that hatch. About how it appeared when she had nothing left, not as an escape from her life, but as a pause, a place to breathe and remember who she was. She never told anyone exactly where it was. Some things feel sacred when they save you. And when the snow starts falling again, she knows. Something else too. The storm that nearly broke her also led her to the moment she finally chose herself, and that choice, made in the coldest night of her life, became the beginning of everything.